Trump's trade war is back in the headlines, and it's not looking good for the US economy. The EU and Canada are now fighting back, and American consumers are the ones stuck paying the price. Back in 2018, Trump launched a full-blown tariff war, hoping to pressure allies like Canada and the EU into better trade deals. Instead, he triggered a global backlash, and that storm is still building. The EU didn't cave. In fact, France and Germany are preparing to retaliate, with tariffs on Boeing planes, tech goods, and even US agriculture. Macron made it clear, no unfair deal will be accepted. Canada? They played it smarter. Instead of going head-to-head, Prime Minister Mark Carney quietly built new trade alliances, especially with the EU. Together, they're sidestepping US pressure completely. This long-term strategy has worked. Canada not only dodged most US tariffs, but it also gained more power in industries like defense and clean energy. The US looks more isolated than ever. Meanwhile, American households are feeling the burn. Studies show Trump's tariffs have added $1,400 in extra costs per family per year. And jobs? They're not coming back like he promised. Farmers took one of the hardest hits. Before the trade war, China was buying $13 billion worth of US soybeans a year. That number got cut in half after China imposed tariffs in return. Even the auto industry is bleeding. Tariffs on steel and aluminum pushed up car prices, and over 50,000 jobs vanished. It's a ripple effect that's now a wave crashing into the economy. And then there's big tech. Canada recently tried to impose a 3% digital services tax on giants like Google and Meta. But Trump stepped in, froze trade talks, and bullied them into canceling it. That move might sound like a win, but it's not helping Americans. It just means tech billionaires keep avoiding taxes, while regular people keep footing the bill for roads, schools, and utilities. Let's talk numbers. Amazon, Meta, and others made $2.5 trillion over the last decade. Their effective tax rate? Just 18.8%. The US average is nearly 30%. That's up to $250 billion unpaid. At the same time, US farmers are collapsing under pressure. Bankruptcies spiked 55% last year. And in early 2025, nearly one farm a day went out of business. Fields are being sold or abandoned. Fertilizer prices soared from $33 to $348 per ton due to tariffs. Fuel shortages in states like Iowa and Nebraska only made things worse. Farmers are stuck paying more and earning less. Wheat production in the US has dropped to its lowest point in over 50 years. Meanwhile, Canada is stepping up and replacing American wheat in your bread and cereal. More and more products on US shelves now say, "Made in Canada." Canadian farmers are sealing long-term deals with American companies while US farmers disappear from the map. The US now imports around 150 million bushels of wheat, up 8% from last year. That's not just trade. That's losing control over your own food supply. And it doesn't end there. At the recent G7 summit, Trump stormed out early. In the vacuum he left behind, Canada took charge, signing a defense deal with South Korea and launching a global minerals alliance. While the US cuts $60 billion in aid and alienates partners, Canada is gaining influence, building coalitions, and creating jobs for themselves and their allies. The power shift is real. Trump may think he's winning, but in reality, he's handing leverage to everyone else. While American workers struggle, Silicon Valley smiles, and Canada builds the future. The world isn't waiting on US leadership anymore. And if this continues, the US won't just lose trade deals, it'll lose the ability to control its own economy, food, and influence. So, what do you think? Is this America first, or America isolated? If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment below with your thoughts. Share this with someone who still thinks tariffs are winning us anything. This is the Untold Compass, your guide through the noise.